Hi there, my name is Ian Milne from Tactical Task Force and Training Academy in East London. With the recent spate of children being abducted and children being abducted all over the world, it's now moving to South Africa. All these children are taken for human trafficking and they end up in the sex trade. They end up as sold partners for arranged marriages and also body parts, not as in car body parts but human body parts used for medicine, etc. There are some very, very strange and sick people in the world out there, which is becoming crazier and crazier by the day. Some are doing it for their own sick minds, and others are doing it just for the financial gain. The money gain in children trafficking and also normal human trafficking is starting to exceed one of the busiest and biggest growing and fastest growing industries in the world today. There are some very, very new stats that have come out. SA is now being targeted, and all the provinces are being targeted. There's no preference to culture, race, income groups, addresses, ages, or even sex. It goes to all gender, all races, and all cultures. 80% of the people who are being abducted, the victims, are female. 20% are therefore male. 90% of the abductors, however, are male. Very few female abductors. Females in abductions are normally in hospitals and places with infants, where they can get away with that type of crime in an easy and simple manner. And also you'd find like public toilets in any kind of place of public toilets, community centres, shopping centres, etc. So not many children are abducted off a school ground, which is a bit of a fallacy. People are posting a lot of false information on the internet. Off school grounds itself is very difficult to abduct somebody because the people on the school grounds know each other, the children know one another, the teachers know one another, they know the parents, and it's generally very difficult to abduct from the school grounds. However, once the child is out of the school grounds, that's where they get abducted. Often it is in front of a school. So there are various tips we can give you as far as that is concerned, whereby children mustn't come out to you at the cars, the little children. You must rather go into the school and fetch them from within the building. Because a car that looks like yours, they could be confused, they're talking to friends, they're distracted, they come running out to look at a car that's exactly like yours, same color, make, model, etc. And it's not you inside the car. These people generally follow and stalk you for days on end beforehand. Some of them are opportunists that look for a quick, easy crime, but generally they've done their homework, which is why it's so difficult to catch these criminals. Social media is a thing that you need to look at today as well, what you allow your children to do on social media, what they're allowed to post, etc. Things you should watch out for are pictures that are suggestive, either male or female kids that are posting suggestive photographs. Stay away from that, it's very dangerous. Any kind of picture that shows your house with your address on it, the number on the wall, the gate, etc., which can be recognized as to where these people or where you and your children are staying. Another thing to watch out for posting is registration numbers of your vehicles. In photographs, when you're posing next to motor vehicles, don't let the registrations be seen. There's a lot of information that someone can get from your address and a registration of a vehicle. And the public have access to lots of this information. And there's a lot of corrupt officials out there who also utilize and sell the information for cash. Do not list your telephone numbers on the internet, so like sites like Facebook, Twitter, anything like that. Stay away from listing your address. And phone numbers. Phone numbers can also be traced very simply, and also as far as cellular phones are concerned, there are various ways of tracking and pinging phones today, and it doesn't have to be just done on an official basis. There are people that are doing it privately as well. Do not accept friend requests from anybody you have no clue who they are or not sure who they are. And if it's somebody you may have known a while back, also be very careful. There's photographs and that they could have picked up where you were associated to a person years ago and it's somebody else. Catfishing, where they imitate or being somebody else or utilize somebody else's identity theft, fraud, and that way they lure you in. So ask them questions of things that you may have done with them back in the days when you knew them, etc., if you have had no contact with them for a period of time. Preferably ask for a telephone number where you can contact them on, and if you dial them, do not use number sending. Take your number sending off to contact them and actually speak to verify that they are who they are. People via the net, you can rather ask them to Skype call you, whereby you can verify that they are who they are. If they're not going to go to a Skype call, then there's something wrong. Beware of the false identities. Never meet people off the internet in a strange place or in a private place. Go in a group of friends, meet in a public place, and never meet alone. Rather move out with friends. When you're going out to public areas, you're going to movies, etc., go in groups, large groups. Never let anyone wander away. If you have small children, they're going to the toilets. When I say small children, teenagers who are going, They must go to groups when they go to the toilets. If the girls go, they must all go together. If the boys go, they all go together, not just 2 or 3 on their own, because once they're singled out, it's very easy to overpower with a small number of people. So be vigilant. Always be aware of your surroundings. Watch who's following you, where you go. Always stop when you're walking, look around, see who's following, walk a bit further, stop, look around, and be aware of your surroundings. You'll soon pick up if something's out of the ordinary. Be very careful too of the internet, social media. People get identity theft where you as a person can have your credit records damaged completely from somebody else who picks up your photograph off the internet. They then get a picture of you, they get your phone numbers, they get your address off the internet, and they then have basically stolen your identity. In those photographs, like I said, a vehicle registration or an address, they can get your ID number. It's public information on the records of properties, owners of properties and vehicles is public information. Once they've got that, they can open bank accounts in your name. They can do as and how they please. Be also very careful of a thing called catfishing, where somebody uses a false identity. They meet you, they lure you in, they probably extort money from you, and that's all done via the internet as well. If you're interested in some of what we've spoken about today, what I've spoken to you about, come to one of our seminars. Talita and myself will be presenting a couple of seminars around East London and around the country, and we can give you more helpful information and ideas how to stay out of trouble and how to keep your children safe and not just at home. Thank you.